Hello, and welcome to today's Mystic Musing. I'm your host, Cindy Van Arnhem. Welcome, and thank you for catching this, whether you're live or on the replay. So, as Joy and Jonah come live every weekday morning to share with us what we can expect to experience based on quantum numerology, based on universal law, and how the universe thinks, I love to come in at the end of the day and reflect on how we experience the day's energy. Now, there is so much more to numerology and universal law than a single day, but I often find it is in the reflection that we recognize and learn the most. So I love to just pop in, not only for all of you, but for myself too, to really think about how did I experience today? So today we had that beautiful Nine of Diamonds energy with a ruling number 5. And Joy and Jonah talked this morning about the law of entropy. And her invitation was to choose where we're going if we want to change things. And that 5 wants change. The 5 is constantly shifting, changing, wanting to adjust. And the Nine of Diamonds says, let go, let go. So let me bring you back to a little story. So as of 2022, I moved into a personal 9 energy year. And that 9 energy year, I have never been aware of a 9 energy in my life after I learned numerology. Obviously, I've had 9 energy years in my life, but I wasn't fully aware of what was happening. Now, this year, I've had that awareness, which has been very powerful for me as I've experienced so much entropy, and it's only the beginning of March. There has been so many shifts and changes in my life as I stepped into this 9 energy. For example, my childhood home was sold that my dad built with his bare hands. Gone, sold. What else? I released attachment to certain communication expectations, and I've changed so much in how I communicate with others. I used to just be on Facebook Messenger and Instagram and Voxer and WhatsApp and all over the place, and I made myself available everywhere. I've shifted that, and I allowed that to go into entropy. You want to get a hold of me, email me, unless you're a friend, and then you know how to get a hold of me. I also released a lot of stress around my animal's well-being. My cat was diagnosed with diabetes this year. He is 10 years old, so he is coming to that stage of his life where he's an elderly cat. He's still wild and untamed and very crazy, but there is that moment of, okay, it is coming to the end. I'm going to have to navigate health issues. And so recognizing that relationship beginning to go into entropy as well. And then I moved from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom. So I allowed the small space that I created for myself that I was so excited to be in and live in and decorate. And I'd been there for a year, and I allowed that to go into entropy as well as I shifted into a more expansive, spacious location. And then most of you know, I lost my 20-year Facebook profile and my Instagram account. It went into entropy. It all went away. Now, obviously, this is 2 months of entropy, and I'm not even sharing all of the pieces that went into entropy. But the reason I'm sharing this story is because before I'd learned this information, before I had learned how to brain game, how to mind shift, how to think like the universe, I was so attached to the things I had in my life. I believed that the things I had in my life defined my worth and defined my value. And so the vehicle I drove, the decorations I had in my home, my plants, the food I created, the way I looked in my body, my clothes, everything that I owned, that I thought I owned, was in my mind defining my worth. And so if I put on extra 10 pounds, my value, my inner value crashed and burned. If my vehicle got hit and was damaged, my value, my inner value crashed and burned. If something was stolen from me, I felt so triggered and so angry, and my inner worth would crash and burn. Are you catching a pattern here? So 2 years ago, in August of 2022, I made a decision that I was going to choose wealth in my experience, that wealth was no longer excluded from how I live my life. And all of these patterns rose up. all of them, of the attachments, the expectations, the desire for things to come out a certain way, those preconceived notions of I'm going to launch a program, and so therefore I must make this much money. And if I don't make this much money out of launching this program, then I'm a failure. Or I need to drive the most spectacular, wonderful vehicle, and I need everybody to see me in it, and I need to show it off. And then that way I will feel more valuable. The list went on and on and on. And there was much inner work to do on my own inner worth, my own value. That the things outside of us do not reflect our inner worth. They do not define them. Let me rephrase that. They do not define them. They are a mere reflection. And so, we're just going through Money Mojo. Money Mojo just began today. It is not too late to sign up. If you want to step into that, you can still catch the replay from today and get caught up. And replays are available for lifetime access. But we're just talking about this in the first class of how we hold on so tightly to what we think we own because it creates value for us. When really, in a moment, I can create value right here, right now. All I have to do is remember who I am, what I want, and why I want it, and choose to focus in that direction. So bringing it back to what Joy said this morning, choose where you're going if you want to see the change. If you want to see change in your world and all you're doing is focusing on what you do not have, you are not going to see change. You're going to continue to see what you do not have. If you want to see something in your world, you must think about it. You must feel about it. You must train your body to experience it long before it ever shows up in your material experience. You want a mansion on the lake? Feel it. Live it. Breathe it before it ever becomes reality. You want the summer home in Arizona? Feel it, live it, breathe it before it ever becomes a reality, because it won't become a reality unless you're thinking and feeling it and embodying it. We must train our body and our brain first to prepare the material experience for having that thing. And that thing is not owned by us, it is perceived by us. You want the flashy vehicle? Everybody knows I want a red Ferrari. Yes, I want a red Ferrari, but not because it makes me feel more worthy. No, I want that red Ferrari because I love to drive fast, and it's fun and it's beautiful and it's playful and it's an expression of the inner me, of the passion and the fire and the flame that burns within me. That's why. Not because I want to look cool. That's a side effect. Whatever it is you want that amazing, deep connected relationship, you better be spending time deeply connected to you and focused on love in your own body before you ever expect to get it from someone else. That is drama. Expecting someone to love you more than you could love yourself is smack dab in the middle of the drama triangle. Expecting your material belongings to give you value is smack dab in the middle of the drama triangle. Expecting to have the miracles and magical experiences without spending time developing your relationship with Source, drama triangle. If you want something, you must focus your awareness and your feeling state on having that experience. Super simple, not always easy to do. I hope you had an incredible, beautiful day of focusing on where you want to go and what you want to experience. And if you are feeling like you got caught up in focusing elsewhere and focusing on the attachments and the expectations today, that's okay. You have time to focus now. Choose now. Just take a moment. Take a deep breath. Choose to love yourself right here, right now, and ask yourself, what do I desire most? And am I willing to focus my attention there for 3 minutes? Super simple, not always easy. I hope you had an incredible, beautiful day. As always, remember, I love you, I believe in you, and I see your power. Bye for now.